can see my bra. Not sure I care. Good morning. It is Tuesday today, and I wasn't going to film today, but I feel like I've got a little bit to say today. There's a little bit that I have to do today as well, so I just want like all of my content to be real and not like planned and scheduled out. So I thought today, when baby next door is crying, when things haven't gone to plan and I feel like it's just one thing after another, I just feel like that's a good thing. Like seeing someone else go through it all would probably make me feel a little bit better, not so alone. So yeah, I don't know what kind of video this is going to turn out to be. Okay, so I just had a big cry. If you can't tell, I just had to leave Norman at the vet. Norman's our blue staffy old boy. It's not even a serious procedure. He's getting like a lumpectomy. He's just got like a skin tag on his arm that he's getting removed because it keeps getting caught on things and it's just irritating him, and they check it for cancer and all that sort of stuff, but I'm not worried because he's so healthy. But he's getting some work done on his teeth, and when I got there they were like, first we have to do all these blood tests to make sure that his liver and kidneys are going to be able to support the anesthesia, because you know he's an old dog and sometimes when we put old dogs to sleep they never wake up. And I was like, what? Like, I took him to the vet last week and they didn't say anything like that to me. Like, they pretty much said that to me and said, so please sign here so you please sign here so you understand that your dog might die. And I was like, what? That's not something that an emotional mum can take very well. Maybe some mums can, but I didn't take that very well. But anyway, he's a healthy dog. I'm sure he'll be fine. It just shocked me that she said that to me just so plainly. So poor Monica, she's here. She's very upset. Oh, sorry. Oh, maybe she's not that upset because she was asleep. Maybe she's like, fuck yeah, Norman's out of the house, I'm gonna snooze the day away. But she's actually, I got Monica when she was 6 weeks old, and she's never spent a day away from Norman. Whenever they go to the vet, they go together. Whenever they go for walks together, beach together. So this is actually like her first full day without him. So that's making me feel like shit as well. And originally Rosie was meant to be at daycare and I was going to take Monty to the beach and like take it to Flannery's to get the doggy cupcakes and stuff. But Rosie's home today, which brings me to my next point of conversation. So Rosie was meant to start at her new daycare yesterday. We've put her in the same 3 days as Maple. But over the weekend she just got like a little bit snotty. Her cough and like her husky breathing left over from croup got a little bit worse. So I was like, oh, I don't really want to send her, like put the extra stress on her when she's already like a little bit off. Like I really didn't think that like anything of it, because when we left the hospital they were like, you know, this sort of thing can linger around for months, like up to 8 weeks. And we're like, oh, that's a bit weird. So we just let it go. Like, her breathing was husky for literally 8 weeks until this weekend. And we were like, it started getting worse again, and we're like, what the hell is going on? So I rang our normal GP. She sort of said like, if she's herself, she's eating, she's sleeping, she's got wet nappies, she's not really worried, but if I was worried, I'd take her to this respiratory clinic, and there's doctors there that can actually physically see her because of COVID. Like, if you're sick, you can't go to the doctors. It's fucking ridiculous. So I rang this clinic and I was like, I explained the situation. They're like, oh, okay, so you want a COVID test done? I was like, no, because the COVID test can trigger her croup again, because croup is in the throat and they stick that friggin' plunger down there. And she's like, oh, well, we're only doing COVID tests, so we can't help you. And I was like, well, who can help me? Like, they don't want me to take her to the hospital, because the hospital just sent us home and said it'll get better on its own. So I'm like, who can help me? And at this point I was like crying, so frustrated, like my poor sick baby, and no one can help her. Anyway, she ended up recommending me to this other clinic where the doctor will come and see you in the car. And I was like, oh, well, perfect, that's fine by me, as long as someone's gonna look at my baby. And so we get to this clinic a couple hours later. James had to come home and rescue me because I'm just not coping. And yeah, he came with me to the doctors. Our appointment was at 3:15 and they said, don't come in, just call us when you get there. So I was like, okay, yep. Got there at like 3:12, called, yep, we're here. It got to 4 o'clock and I left Rosie with James in the car and I went in there and I was like, is the doctor almost here? But I've been sitting with a sick baby in the car for 45 minutes. And they're like, oh, you were supposed to check in. I was like, we did check in, we called. And then he said someone was going to be out in 15 minutes. And they're like, no, I wouldn't have said that. And I was like, trying not to cry, trying not to actually neck this silly receptionist, which probably wasn't her fault. It was an easy mistake to make, I'm sure, but like, I just had a day. And I was like, okay, well, can someone, can he come and see us? We're here. And she's like, oh, well, he's just taken the next 2 patients in, so you'll be after that. And I was like, so my poor sick baby, just in the car, just sitting there, like. Anyway, so about 20 minutes later, the doctor comes out, checks her over, and he was like, her breathing's terrible. This baby is so sick. When did you stop giving her antibiotics? I was like, well, we never got any. And I'm like, they just sent us home from the hospital. And this doctor was like shocked. Like, I know different doctors believe different things for kids, but like some doctors don't want to prescribe antibiotics unless it's like a last resort, but my baby's been sick for months. So he prescribed antibiotics, steroids, eye drops, and he said that she should be better in a week or 2, like completely better. That husky breathing should not be lingering like it was. He said like when he listened to her chest, he said it sounded terrible. I think he said it was like an orchestra in there. Oh, I just felt so bad. Like, why didn't I try to like get her seen sooner? And no, like, just mad at myself, mad at those doctors. He said to let your baby just hang out being sick, not being able to breathe 100% for 2 months. Like, I don't know, I trusted the doctors. I thought they knew best, but nope. Lesson learnt there. Anyway. Anyway. I feel better having someone to say all that to. But yeah, it's been a rough few days. It's 9:30 in the morning right now, and I only just realised you could see me in the mirror. How annoying. That this clip is 10 minutes long already. Maybe I should just make it into its own video. I don't know. Maybe I will, because that's a lot of rambling. So yes, if I've learned anything from this little experience is to, one, listen to your intuition, get a second opinion, 100% get a second opinion, and COVID can go fuck itself for making the world like it is right now. Me not being able to take my sick baby to a doctor who can physically see her. Yeah. Anyway. If you like weren't aware of like our croup situation, I did write a blog about it. I can link it below. But yeah, just all comes with being a mum, I suppose. Alright, I'm gonna go. I think I'm going to make this its own video, and then I'm just going to start the vlog off on a less serious note.